Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. I have today in my shop new customer 2006 Toyota Tacoma 4-cylinder engine, manual transmission, 4-wheel drive. And the truck has only 94,000 miles on the odometer, which is incredible. So you will think, oh yeah, that will be all beautiful and peachy. But it's not really. I knew when the customer called, they said they are from the local little town which is right above the ocean. So I knew there might be possibly some surface rust or the rust related problems with this truck. I did a walk around in the parking lot with the owner and everything felt totally cool. As you are standing around, you walk around, we opened the hood, there was a lot of pine, redwood needles. They are also in the nature. You can imagine how the cabin air filter looked like. This is the cabin air filter and trying to take it out completely, plugged by those needles. I spent at least 5-10 minutes vacuuming the engine bay area, all the needles, all that moss and all the stuff. Fortunately, no damage by the critters. Normally, people have problem with rats when they park underneath a tree like this. Didn't see any, there's no rat poop or anything like that, but there is different problem and it's related to the ocean, to the weather. It's rust. I didn't see it coming, but the moment I lifted the truck, I found multiple problems which are caused by the rust. Let me show you. Anytime I do these inspections, when the vehicle is coming up, I stop, I don't bring it all the way up. Now I start checking for the front wheel bearing play. You know, on this generation it was pretty common. And there was none. And the next thing is, obviously you will be looking on the brakes and you spin the tires, especially if we are talking the rust. And look, this passenger side wheel cooperates with me. The brake pads are 2 to 3 millimeters, so the brake job is coming. But look at this one. I can't really move it. And I said, rust. There is a spot. It's a one spot. I'm not making it up, guys. I can show you. I will put it on the tripod. I will show you. I can't really move it. And I start these new customers and inspections with a test drive. And I had the feeling it's kind of sluggish. But it's a 2TRFE, it's a 4-cylinder engine, so you don't expect the power of the V6. You know, with that little 5-speed you are moving these gears and you don't expect it will really take off, correct? But guess what? It was caused by this. Even with 2 hands, there is a spot when it's completely sticky, so this doesn't want to turn. I didn't catch any overheating. He just came from the short distance. I didn't feel any heat coming out of it. We didn't feel that, but that will definitely create some heat. I recently did video on the Jetta, on the Auto Resource YouTube channel, which I also have. I did the whole section on stuck brake caliper piston, which is not correctly moving in and out. And you will have this rim will be hot. You will touch it and it will be hotter. You can even burn yourself. So you have to always put your hand and feel for the heat. If it's coming out of it, that is caused by the dragging brakes, because one of the piston and this, it's a pretty large caliper. It has a 4-piston 2 and 2. So one of them or multiple of them could be stuck due to the rust and contaminated brake fluid, because you need to do the brake fluid flushes because there's moisture inside and it will start or accelerate the rust between that very low surface. The tolerance is absolutely tiny between the piston and the caliper. So this is what's happening here. Most likely he needs this caliper. And guess what? You will start doing brake job and you will push the pistons in the other caliper on the other side, and it will kick you too, because you will put it all back and go for a test drive, and that might start dragging. It happened to me in the past. Don't think you will get away with one only. If it's like this, most likely, or it's smart for a shop or me to offer both sides. So this is dragging, you can see it, there is a spot which is better, and then it comes to the bad one. So that's rust affecting the brakes. So let's continue. I will show you more of that rust. It's actually pretty bad for California, definitely. So that was what I caught on the way up lifting the truck, and I still didn't see any frame, but the moment I got it in this height, in this level, I saw this and I'm like, okay, this is not good. Look at these holes in that subframe. That's completely eaten by the rust. I will try to zoom on it so maybe you can see it better. Do you see these holes through that metal? It's completely eaten. So here in California we are very spoiled. We don't see this normally. This is absolutely normal on East Coast. At least you guys always tell me this rusted so bad. Look at this, the magnet. I just wanted to put the light on that frame and film with my both hands. Look, the magnet ripped off. I will use the tripod. Look, just putting the light on the truck to film for you. The magnet itself ripped huge amounts of rust from that subframe. Isn't that amazing? You didn't have to use any screwdriver or something, try to peel it off. The magnet itself ripped chunk of the subframe off. That's a definitely bad rust damage there. So where were we? Another hole right here. Hopefully you can see it right there. Now let's look at the rest of it. We are very spoiled in California. I don't see this. This is California truck, but as I mentioned, it's parked way too close. It lives way too close to the ocean, and this is a little bit too much. This is definitely serious damage by the rust. It doesn't look good, and it creates problems when we work on the vehicles. Look how that CV axle shaft is being eaten alive. It's unbelievable how much rust is here, and obviously that creates many problems. These are the calipers. You can see these two round areas. That's where the pistons are, as I mentioned. And that's one of them is most likely stuck. The rotors obviously on the brake job like this. I will be not thinking about resurfacing anything. There's just no way. I will be just replacing the rotors if I get any approval from this new customer today or in the near future. But this is priority. This truck has the problems to drive because one of the front brakes is sticky. So here you can see how some people do the oil changes. I don't understand why you have to spill so much oil on the oil change. But this is also unfortunate location. If you look up there, when you open it, it can do some oil. There is also valve cover gasket leak, but this is from the oil change, these droplets, in my opinion, not from above there. So I'm very happy I had some little time to show you around what's happening in my shop today. If I will be doing that brake job, I might show you what exactly is happening with that caliper, what piston or how many are stuck if I will be replacing it. So that might come a little bit later if it will be approved. We don't know, it's a new customer. If you like the video, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.